Okay, we got the whole setup plugged in, and after, what was it, like a month? We're back, and you're probably looking at the screen right now and saying, well, how come 158 orbs is the only amount she's got? How come it's not higher? And that, dear viewers, is because I have a lack of self-control. So I forgot to properly welcome you guys back, so welcome back. I only have 158 orbs because I had two panicking sorry. I don't want to make it sound like I was going nuts, but essentially what happened was that I saw this new banner. I saw the absolutely disgusting amount of broken skills on Beast Edelgard, and I, in a panic, started trying to build my Petrine unit. And so I wasted nearly 150 orbs trying to summon for a Catherine to fodder on Petrine. So I'm not in a good spot right now. And I have a very, very ominous feeling about this banner. It has nothing to do with the fact that everybody on this banner's got a dark aura, but it just has to do with the fact that I'm not at a good orb amount, regardless of having tickets. Well, maybe the tickets will help, who knows. But then again, I'm pretty sure I had tickets on the Easter banner, and I was only summoning for one hero, and I got Jack Squad on that one. So we're gonna see how I do on this one. The good news, though, is that I have the Spark on this one, so my game plan, mainly, I'm gonna try to go... So I'm gonna actually... Okay, we're gonna change things up a bit on this one. Right now, my main focus is Dimitri and Morgan, because I have to support my boys, and also because I have to support my son. But I think I'm also gonna possibly try to go for the female Morgan, too, because she's got a fodder skill that I want to put on Ronulf, which was the... if I can remember the name, because I don't remember the name, Attack Defense Menace, which is something that I want to put on Ronulf to keep building him up. But the main plan is just to summon for my boys. So we'll see how we do on this one. Like I said, I'm not optimistic. I'm looking at this and I'm actually afraid. But hopefully, maybe I'll pull through. Maybe it'll be better luck. Last year when I had the Fallen Banner, I actually had some astounding luck. I had actually managed to pull all four of the units, and I even pulled one of them on my free ticket. I think my free unit was Julia. I can't remember if it was... No, my free unit was Julia. My Spark was... Or no, I'm blanking out. Free unit, I used a ticket. I got Julia. My Spark, I got Corin. And then I ended up getting Leon and... Who was the other unit on... Oh, yeah, Leon and Ike. I ended up getting those two on regular summons, and it wasn't that bad. Maybe this one will go the same, maybe not, who knows. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. I don't have... If I just keep getting a low orb count for blues and reds, then I'm not going to have a whole lot of luck getting a Spark in this short amount of time, so fingers crossed, everybody. Also, sorry I'm recording this the day after. I did not have a good chance to record this last night because I had too many people downstairs last night. I didn't want anybody listening to me. Okay, red and blue. We're gonna focus on red and blue. I am hoping this ends up going quickly. I'm actually really I'm surprised at the pick that we got on this banner. I compile a list of predictions every year for the Fallen banner, and what it usually ends up happening is if I get some right or I get some wrong, I usually end up getting or recycling the ones that I get wrong into the next year's banner. So last year I predicted on the banner, I think the only characters I really predicted was Ashnard and what's his face? I can't remember what his name is. No, Ashnard's the king. The dragon's name. What was the dragon's name? I can't remember. I'm so sorry, everybody. I never played the Radiant series. I kind of predicted him. I thought he was going to be a duo hero, but he ended up not being a duo hero. And the other unit I ended up predicting was Leon, but I thought he was going to be a beast unit with Fomortis, I think is the name of the Demon King. I thought he was going to be a beast unit, but he ended up being a mage unit, which was, not bad. My predictions were good. This year, my two predictions I got right. I got Edelgard as the Hegemon, correct? And I was happy I got that correct. And I also threw Orson in there just for... I don't think I threw Orson in there last time, but I threw Orson in there just for... just kind of the general guess, and I ended up being right on that one. The only thing I don't like... The art's great. The art is fantastic. I don't know who drew it, but the art's really good. The character, or I was gonna say Monica, that character, I was hoping they were gonna show her more like ominous, decayed looking, but in Orson's damage art, the only thing you see is kind of like the spirit, which, if you remember the scene from Sacred Stones, it was a lot more creepy because when Ephraim comes across Monica, they're just like, oh my gosh, what the heck is this thing? It looks like a corpse, it's disgusting, it's like a, you know, shell of a human being. How could Orson see this as a human? Whereas in the artwork, it's just like a spirit, it doesn't look as creepy. So I was a little disappointed about that. That's nitpicking. Still super happy to see a Sacred Stones unit get in here. That wasn't a main guy, especially because I felt so bad for Valencia. I got so confused for a second. I was like, that doesn't look like anybody in the 5-star. I think last time I exchanged her for feathers, and I think I'm going to do that at the same time. I don't have very many strong feelings. You know what? Let's just go for green and see if I can get that fodder for female Morgan. The other thing I wanted to point out too, I'm actually super happy that Todd Haberkorn is still, I know it sounds really goofy, but after the whole shtick that went down in 2019, I didn't know what Todd Haberkorn's casting calls were going to look like, so I'm really happy to see that he came back for Morgan. I actually have, you know what, this was funny. This is a story I meant to tell last time on one of my other summonings. I have 2 autographs from 2 voice actors. I have Todd Haberkorn's autograph from a 2018, I think. Yeah, it was a 2018 convention that I went to. And it was really quick because it was a huge line and he was technically supposed to be overdue, but he was a really cool guy and went through the whole line autographing everybody's artwork and books and stuff like that. I actually tried to draw something special, and this was back when my art skills sucked. My art skills still suck, but no, I'm not going to go for that gray. I've got to keep my orbs as much as I can. I got a piece of art that I drew for Todd from Full Metal Alchemist with Ling. That one scene where they're talking in the hotel and... Oh yeah, that's right. No, I'm still going to go for green. Where they talk in the hotel and Ling's just like, yeah, well, I owe you that much. And he pulls out the hotel bill and Ed's just like, what? Is this for room service? And Ling's like, ah! And then Ed screams, you're damn right you owe me! And kicks him out. So basically what it was is it was a picture of Ling holding up the bill and just being like, hey, do you mind signing this room service bill? And he signed it. He laughed and he's just like, oh, I gotta sign that bill. So I have his autograph. The second voice actor, who again, I've mentioned I want to see him in Fire Emblem Heroes. I just don't know with voice acting union stuff how that all goes. Second voice actor whose signature that I got was Johnny Young Bosch. And that was awesome because that was 2019 where I went to a Comic-Con and I was after 2019, I was having a rough year with voice actors. That was a year I just lost a lot of respect for a lot of voice actors, and I still wanted to go meet Johnny Young Bosch too because he seemed like he was still he seemed like he was a really cool guy. So I ended up prepaying for 2 autographs for Johnny Young Bosch, one for myself and one for my friend, and my general ticket. And it's actually a funny story to me. So I have not gone to huge organized, the one that I go to normally, which I just don't want to reveal for safety purposes, is technically supposed to be a big organized convention, but I don't know how the signing stuff works. So when I went to get Todd's signature, you don't pay for it. Basically, when you pay for that convention, you pay for the ticket for the whole weekend, and I guess that's just something that you do for free. Unless I got it wrong, unless it's been years that I have... Yes, I got my fodder! There we go! I don't even need to check her stats, because I don't care. My name doesn't matter. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, Little Miss Pessimist. Okay. Her Forging Bonds was kind of okay. I feel like male Morgan got kind of cheated, because his was mainly just with Lucina, and it wasn't with the other Morgan, which I thought would have been hilarious. But it was alright. It wasn't too, they weren't too bad. Anyways, back to the story. Can't get distracted. So, went to Comic-Con. I prepaid for 2 signatures and just my ticket, and I thought that was all mashed into one QR code. So when I went there, you get your wristband from one of the tents outside, and I asked the lady at that counter, I said, hey, if I pre-purchased everything like signatures and stuff like that, is that all featured in the QR code? She told me yes. So I went in line, I was waiting around with 2 other dudes, and I was talking to them a little bit too. They were there to get a signature because they liked his role as Ichigo in Bleach. And so I was talking with them a little bit, telling them like, yeah, I played Persona, and actually my brother and I used to watch the Power Rangers movie on VHS with Secret of the Ooze. No, Secret of the Ooze is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What is the Power Rangers movie's full title? It's something with Ivan Ooze, that's all I remember. But I was talking with them, and the cool thing actually is Austin St. John was right next to Johnny Young Bosch too, and he actually did the It's Morphin timeline, and I got goosebumps. Even though I didn't watch Power Rangers as much when I was a kid, I remember watching 1 or 2 episodes. I remember seeing one episode where Tommy Oliver was still the Green Ranger and still the not the bad guy, but one of the antagonist roles. So I waited in line. I got to the table and oh, I got an Allbirds! Yay! That's good. I know it's not something super to be excited for, but that's one of the units. All my 5 stars. I have not built up a 5-star to 10+ merge in all my years of playing this game. So I'm super happy that I got in there. We're doing okay so far. This is not a bad summoning session with all the 4-star, 5-stars I'm getting. I'm starting to feel a little bit more optimistic about this. Also, I don't have any funds to fall back on this time, so whatever we get in this summoning session, we're getting, and I have to just deal with it. So what happened, though, was when I got to the front table with Johnny Young Bosch, I held out my wristband and I said like, oh, they told me that the signatures or everything I paid for would show up on the QR band, and they scanned it, but they're like, yeah, we don't see anything for the signature. And I started freaking out. I'm like, oh, okay, what can I do then? Do you know what I could do? And I was just like, I didn't know what I shouldn't freak out too much about it, but it's just like, I wanted to meet him, and I was getting something signed for a friend because both my friend and I— oh, yes! Okay, we are doing good. This is a good banner. This is a good day. Wait, does he have fur on does he have leg warmers at the bottom of his— hang on a minute. I have to check this out. It looks like he has leg warmers. He does have leg warmers! Is that in his original artwork? I've never seen that before. That's funny. Oh, but the art looks so good though, too. So all I need is my son now, and we're doing good, and then I could just keep saving and hopefully not break again. So back to the story. I was panicking a little bit because I wanted to get the 2 signatures, one for myself and one for my friend. So I said, okay, what can I do to get the things? And so the aide behind the table said, oh, if you go all the way over to the other side of the hall over here, there's a table that will give you like these red voucher tickets, and those are for your signatures. And I said, okay. And so Johnny's just like, no rush, don't worry, we'll still be here. And so I went over to the voucher table, and I said, hey, I was told by those guys over there that I could get voucher tickets for autographs over here. And they said, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you don't really do that. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I'm starting to get really worried. And they were like, what's your QR code? So they gave me they searched up the QR code, and they're like, oh, okay, your purchases are here. So like, here's your 2 autograph tickets. So I was like, okay, never mind. So they do know what I'm talking about. So I got the 2 little red autograph tickets, walked all the way back to Johnny's table, and I got there, and there's a different aide, and the different aide's like, what are these tickets? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm thinking, because I have autism, and when you have autism, you mess up a lot of stuff. Like, you're just basically running on— oh, wait, that's Earth. Okay, good, never mind. I couldn't tell. I was like, that hair is way too long to be my son. So, when you have autism, you mess up on a lot of stuff. You get a lot of details wrong. You are basically, like— I don't know how to explain it. Like, when people think that dumb characters are endearing? Well, when it happens in real life, it's not so cute. And so I thought that maybe that's what happened to get— oh, no, boys. Hey, Tex, calm down. Sorry, my dogs are growling. They must have heard something. Let me just go calm them down real quick. No! Lay down. There's nobody there, okay? There's nobody there. Can you calm down? Good boy. Yes, good boys. I know. Okay? No! Stop it. Lay down. Everybody's home and accounted for, okay? Can you? No. Calm down. Okay, I think they calmed down. I'm not sure. I know I should always technically edit these parts out, but I don't know. Maybe people like hearing my dogs. So, he's still staring at the door, too. It's super funny. Lay your head down. Lay that cute little head down, okay? I know you're doing a very good job guarding. Oh, you're gonna come over and cuddle. Okay, he's gonna come over and cuddle and say hi. So I guess I'll have my dog here sitting next to me for the rest of the time. Here, come here. Come over here. There you go. I hope his grunting doesn't get picked up on the microphone because that always sounds super weird. My dog, actually, it's funny. So I've mentioned my two dogs in my other videos. So one of them's a Rottweiler and the other's a Pit Bull mix. But the Pit Bull mix is a Pit Bull Shih Tzu mix. So one, it's no end to all the dumb jokes that my family makes about, well, you know, with Shih Tzu and Pit Bull. I'll let you guys figure out the rest. It's basically that Dumb and Dumber joke. The thing I learned, though, is that Shih Tzus were actually used for alerting purposes, so they're companion dogs, and they were supposed to alert. I think they were breed for royals and stuff like that, but they're basically supposed to. Oh no! I'm going for red still. They're basically supposed to alert royals whenever there was somebody approaching, and my dog does the same thing basically. And I totally jumped off of my story. So I'm trying to remember where we were. Oh yeah, that's right. I got back to the table, had the 2 tickets, there's a different aide there. The different aide there says, hey, what's this? These are not things that these aren't things that we were dealing with. And I was freaking out, and I was thinking that somehow I messed up somewhere along the line and got the information wrong. And so the aide that is there now goes to talk to the aide that was there before, and while that's happening, Johnny's like, hey, you know, I mean, is it disrespectful just to refer them by first name? I'm not trying to be weird or rude or anything or overly familiar, but Johnny Young Bosch is just like, hey, you know, everything, like, we'll get it taken care of. Nothing's your fault. Don't worry about it. And I was like, okay, just waiting. And by the way, too, the whole time I'm going to get an autograph, I feel like a creep because I went to that con in cosplay and I dressed up as Adachi, and I don't know if that's weird to voice actors or not when you have people cosplaying as the villains that they play, especially because Adachi's one of those characters that Adachi's basically that piece of garbage serial killer type that the fandom tends to like ooh-woo a bit, and I can't believe I said that. But basically, and like I said, I felt kind of awkward dressed up like that, and I wasn't trying to be weird or anything about that. Oh my gosh, that's a good orb selection. Maybe I should go for another Dimitri with that blue, since that's there. But anyways, what ended up happening is the first aide talked to the first person who was there, talked to the second person who was there. They read everything with the QR codes, and they're like, okay, everything's all checked and set out. And I'm like, okay, awesome, thank you guys. Sorry about all that if I did anything wrong. So I got my 2 signatures from Johnny Youngbosch. My first signature was for a piece of artwork I did. I drew a piece that has both you, Narukami, and that's not the Morgan I was looking for. My son, I'm so sorry. I'm looking for the not so cinnamon roll version of you. But you know what, that's okay. If I was still doing merges, that would be really great. I got an Azel, a free Azel on a summoning ticket for one of my other banners. And I actually managed to fodder his infantry, whatever, I can't remember what the infantry skill is called, but the one that boosts the stats if it's under 180. And oh my gosh, it makes such a difference in his unit, I love it! But anyways, the piece of artwork that I drew for the signature was you, Narukami, and Adachi, and it's basically in red tones and blue tones. And I used a line from that song Yang Yang from the Persona 4 Golden animation, where the line says, maybe that one glass made that path we took, who knows? And I drew like a wine glass in the middle, and on Adachi's side it's breaking and there's liquid dripping for it. I have the file saved somewhere. I'll try to, when I edit this video, I'll try to throw it up there. Especially since I'm editing this a day after, there's no rush. I'm on a little bit of a time schedule because I'm going to see the Demon Slayer movie tonight. I'm watching it in sub though, which makes me feel really bad because I'm trying to tell a story about how cool Johnny Young Bosch was and I don't even have the decency to go watch the dub video. But anyways, I got that signed. I got my friend's Persona 4 art book signed, and she had bookmarked the page that she wanted signed to. I got both of those signed, and he said, hey, I'm really sorry you had to go through all that trouble with the autograph signatures. I'm gonna give you 2 little postcard autographs for free. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much. Like, I was blown away because I was like, I would have been just totally happy getting the signatures and saying hi and everything. I was like, thank you, I appreciate that. So he sends 2 postcards. I ended up giving one to my friend and I kept one for myself. And I said, hey, since we're here, I have a favor to ask. If it's okay and it wouldn't take too long. I have a friend who really likes voice actors as well, but she's not able to be here today because she's on like different schedules with school and stuff like that. And I was wondering if we could do like, because they have, I guess in for Comic-Con they have shout-outs where you can record them saying something for a price. And I said, instead of a shout-out, could we FaceTime my friend and just have you say hi to her like really quick, like doesn't even like barely a minute, doesn't even have to be like a minute or 2 minutes. And he's like, yeah, sure, as long as it doesn't take too long. So I FaceTime my friend. Now, my friend, it's funny, she not that she hates this story, but like this is basically the story of a voice actor who was messing with her. And basically what ended up happening was my friend was driving and we FaceTimed her. She thought I was calling her right after, because I had texted her before. I said, hey, I'm in line to meet Johnny Young Bosch, this is going to be so awesome. She thought that I was going to be calling her saying like, yeah, I just met him, everything was great. So she picked up the phone to tell me that she was driving and she would call me back. So she picked up the phone, the first thing, and I didn't prompt him to say this either too, because like, it's kind of funny. I'm sure so many fans asked him to say this line. The first thing that he said when she picked up was, who wants to talk about murders from the Persona 4 comic? And she heard the voice too, because she was going to tell me that, like, hey, I gotta hang up. But she heard the voice, she started laughing. She said she didn't completely hear him saying, like, what he said, like, it was kind of cutting in and out, but she heard his voice and she started laughing. And I was just like, oh, I didn't know you were in the car, I'm so sorry. And he's like, what are you doing? You're driving and talking, you're gonna get a ticket. You gotta hang up. And she just kept laughing like, you know, like she didn't know what to do, but... Oh, I just realized, oh, I didn't get the other thing. Ah, what do I do? Oh, that's right, I need one for a fodder. But she was laughing super hard, and we were all messing with her. And so I was like, okay, I gotta go, I'll see you later. And so I was just like, thank you so much for that. That, like, probably absolutely made her day. And he says, yeah, oh, before you go, do you want to take a picture really quick? And I was just like a photo, and he says, yeah, I'll take a free photo with you for all your trouble again. And I'm like, this dude, like, I made a simple goof. I don't even know if I made the goof, who knows? Because like I said, I asked the person at the table before. I was just blown away by how nice he was. And I was just like, okay. So there's a photo of me in my Adachi costume, and oh gosh, I look like such a weirdo too, because I was trying to do some type of pose. I was smiling and I looked like a serial killer, so I got the Adachi part nailed down really quick. But he took a photo with me, and I was just like, thank you so much for everything. I'm so sorry about all that. And just, that's, you know, with people that you meet with voice actors and stuff like that. Like I said, that year, I had lost a lot of respect for for a bunch of voice actors. But people like, you know, voice actors like him that are just super nice like that and just, you know, try to stay out of the drama and stuff. And there's a bunch of other voice actors too that are like that. So there's a bunch of voice actors that I hold. That is Lene. I don't know how to pronounce the name. That's a merch right there. We're doing good. If I could just get the Morgan though, then we can call this a good summoning round. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get it right here. I have 47 orbs left. I wonder if I can get it before, or I wonder if I can get him on the spark, but that would mean I'd have to summon first some other units. I think that's what I'll do. I think we're going to try to go for Morgan on the spark. Unless I get him right. Nope, that's Kane. Sorry. I was thinking I could have gotten it, so... you know what? Let me pull out my calculator real quick. We're going to do some math, which is not my strong suit. Where's my... Oh, you know what? Let's just go to my second laptop that records my audio. Let's do calculator. Alright, let's see. We have... 47... Okay, so... Let's round it off. 45 divided by... Where's the division mark? By the way, I failed math. Like, I suck at math so badly, so if I say something, there's gonna be... Okay, so that's 9. Okay, actually, I could save orbs if I summon on these other 3 orbs. So let's go ahead and do that. But basically, long story short, to wrap up the voice actor tale, there's still some voice actors out there that just, you know, restore my faith in voice actors in the industry. like I said, when I looked up Mona Marshall, when I found out that she was voicing Henriette, which I love her voice lines too because her voice really fits. Like I said, she's Izzy from Digimon, she's Cal's mom from South Park, and she manages to have the range. Just voice actors that, you know, don't treat people like garbage. It's just, you know, restores my faith in it. So just to wrap that story up, it was really cool meeting him. And speaking of voice actors, so I was watching, because I could not do my recordings last night, I was watching footage of I was watching the cutscenes from Resident Evil 8, even though I'm not a Resident Evil fan, because that type of stuff scares the crap out of me. Zombies freak me out. It's kind of funny. I can't play Left 4 Dead, or I probably still can't play it, because it would probably actually cause a relapse in my issues. But I could not play Left 4 Dead when I was a kid. I still did, but I had to stop because the witch would genuinely give me nightmares. So I play with my brother too. You'd think that if you're playing a scary game on multiplayer that you would be okay, but I would play multiplayer with my brother, and I would see I'd hear the witch first. The witch's music, the freaking crying, and then the fact that she rushes at you, she's that hard to kill. That'll give me nightmares. I had repeat nightmares of being attacked by the witch and not being able to get away. It sucks. And it's not fun. Where was I going with this story? Oh, that's right, Resident Evil. I jumped from so many topics, it's so funny. So I was watching Resident Evil, and it's funny, I can't do scary games. I think out of all the bosses though, the only one that was super scary was Donna? Benviento? I think, is that how you pronounce her name? That's the actual scary level. Everybody else is just like, okay, there's like maybe a jump scare or two, but it's not like that bad. But the dolls and stuff like that, that actually nearly made me crap my pants. But I was watching that, and I was listening, I was trying to look up the voice actors too, because whoever voiced Duke had an impeccable Mark Hamill voice, or not an accent, what do you call it? Impression, that's right. I'm losing my mind here. I talk very crazy when I'm losing my mind. So he had an impeccable Mark Hamill impression, and I thought it was him, and I looked it up on IMDb, and it's a totally different guy, whose name I can't remember. It's like Aaron Glenn something or other. Sorry, not trying to disrespect you. Really good voice, my dude. I actually really enjoyed Duke. He was like a total bro. And I was listening to Chris, and I'm like, is that still Roger Craig Smith playing as Chris? And I looked it up, it's not. It's Jeff Shine, who, if you guys don't know, he plays Javier from the Walking Dead video game. And I just realized my last summoning... Oh wait, no, I didn't mess up my last name. So he plays Javier from the Walking Dead video game, and he also plays Carlos from Resident Evil 3 Remake. It's really funny to me. Ross, I don't have any more merges on you, I'm sorry. You're already 10 plus merged and complete. So, okay, good, wait, if I summon on that, and I summon on that, and I summon on the other one, I'll still have other orbs to spare. So I ended up doing good on the summoning round. That is not something to weep at today. I don't have to worry about like my last failed summoning with Mer and Nah. Which, by the way, I still never got them. Maybe I'll get them on a legendary banner or something, who knows. But what happened was, the funny thing about Jeff Shine's voice acting, he has that's Jenny. I don't think I have any, I'm so sorry, I know everybody loves Jenny, but I don't think I have any use for her. Which I feel bad for saying, she didn't stick out to me as much. She's a good unit, but she didn't stick out to me as much when I was playing Shadows of Valencia. So Jeff Shine's voice acting, the funniest thing is that he has range. He has a surprising amount of range if you listen to it on some... Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so funny if I got Morgan on these ones? Actually, you know what would be really funny? If I spend red... Oh, never mind, it's a 3-star. Well, thanks game, you could have like at least humored me a little bit and just given me a cloud of smoke. Let's summon on the red. Maybe that would happen. And then if I don't get it in the red, then we'll just use the spark on that. Either way, that means I get my celestial stone or whatever the heck it's called. Oh, come on, they didn't get... No, sorry, my dog's getting up like he heard something. You don't need to get up. Maybe I should summon on Gray, because Edelgard has some fodder that I could use on Petrian too. Well, I already did it anyway, so let's just go for it. And I think I just hit the 30-minute mark because the music that I used to make me feel less nervous just ended. So let's re-loop that. Oh, nope, Linhart. Okay, well, I didn't save orbs, but at least I got everybody that I wanted. So I forgot. The other thing I wanted to mention... Oh, you know what? I should finish my whole spiel that I was talking about with Jeff Shine. Jeff Shine has range. If you hear some of his other roles, he sounds really... like, he has a lot of range in some of his other roles. I can't remember what they were. But most of the time when they keep picking these apocalypse games, they just have him use the same standard voice, which he's great with emotion, don't get me wrong. He is totally great with, you know, with giving a performance with emotion, but his range when he keeps doing these apocalypse games or whatever is not huge. And I'm not saying it's an insult. He has range, he has emotion, it's just when he does those roles, there's not a whole lot of range between those, so... And with that, we have wrapped up our summoning session. That was... Oh my gosh, wait. No. Boy, you better tell me... Okay, good. I was gonna say, if female Morgan gets to say, you call me Morgan, then so does male Morgan. Did I say Organ or did I say Morgan? I don't know. Oh well, either way, that's the wrap up of the event. There's one... Oh, that's right. Okay, so... One thing I was gonna address. I don't know how long I'll keep it up for or not, but I opened up a Ko-fi coffee account, and I don't like taking money for free, so it's not necessarily going to be for free, but I'm going to test the waters with this. So, as you see from my background, and as you see from my absolutely garbage animations, I do draw. Not very good, but I do draw. So, what I'm thinking of doing is, I'm going to try to link my Ko-fi account in the description of this video, and so, if you... I'm trying to think. It's like $3 for like one coffee donation for buying somebody one coffee. If you donate $6, I will draw a headshot of a character that's appeared in Fire Emblem Heroes of your choice. So again, it's only characters that have been added to Fire Emblem Heroes. So like you know, anybody you'd see here. If they haven't been added to Fire Emblem Heroes yet, sorry, I don't want to be drawing them. I just want to draw from Fire Emblem Heroes because they have more art references that I can use. So we're gonna try that. So I'll link my coffee in the description. If you donate $6 and you leave a note with what character you want to see me draw. And so again, it's a headshot. It's gonna be a line art headshot, no color or anything like that. Depending on how difficult these get, I may progress to doing color. I'm not gonna do... It's gonna be flat colors, of course. I'm not trying to sound like I'm doing the bare minimum, but, you know, I want to do something in order to earn this money. So that way, I'm thinking, if I do this, then I can actually go out and buy cards, and then I can maybe do these summoning videos more often. So I'm going to try to work for it. So again, $6. With those $6, leave a note of which Fire Emblem which character from Fire Emblem Heroes that's already appeared that you want me to draw a line art headshot of. I would do butt shots, but some of these guys have some ridiculous armor, so if I'm doing like chest up and I have to do armor details, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. Like, where is, like a really good example would be, where is the bowl? There he is. Yeah, I'm sorry, I would not be able to do that as a chest shot, which sounds really pathetic as an artist, but I haven't gotten to that point in detail yet. I'm still struggling on anatomy. So, again, headshot, line art, $6. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll get something out of it. Like, you know, maybe this will do well, maybe it won't, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed the video. I may have lost all my orbs, but I got everybody I wanted, so all in all, I think this is a good session. I think our next banner up is the seasonal. So, whoever the next seasonal is, hopefully it's nobody that I want, and I can just keep saving up. Unless I do good on those commissions, in which case I can go buy a card and actually put out another video. So, not that I think my content's that good enough though, too. Which sounds really... Oh, sorry, the last thing I forgot to mention too was so the headshots that I draw, I'll feature them at the end of every summoning video. So, if you want to see a character of yours drawn in a line art, headshot, colorless, it'll be featured at the end of the video. Just drop those $6, we'll see how this goes. Have a good day, everybody.